Once again, welcome back you all for our online classes. So, you all know that we are now discussing about motion and time. Yes. So, already we have in our previous classes we have learned about the speed and what is motion and how to calculate the time period by using the simple pendulum experiment, and also how to calculate the speed and also how to calculate the distance or time. So when it is two parameters are given in a speed equation. So likewise we have discussed many things about this, and also we have learned that in the vehicles there are two devices are there. So one device is to measure the speed of the vehicle and one more is to measure the distance covered by the vehicle. So which are those two devices? Yes, there one is speedometer and another one is odometer. So the speedometer, it is a device which measures the speed of a vehicle. So in which speed the vehicle is moving. So that is measured by using the device called speedometer, and one more is there, that is odometer, and it will measure or it calculate the total distance covered by the vehicle. So complete ಎಷ್ಟು distance ಆ vehicle cover ಮಾಡೈತಿ ಅದನ್ನ measure ಮಾಡುವಂತದ್ದು ಅದನ್ನ calculate ಮಾಡುವಂತ device ಯಾವುದು, that is odometer, and both these devices will be there on the dashboard of the vehicle. So about this we have learned in our previous classes, and now we can discuss the distance time graph. Distance time graph. So how to plot the graph to measure the distance and time, so to measure the speed or whatever. So how can we graphically represent all these values? So we use this graph method. As the graph methods, there are different types of graphs are there. So one we can say, this is what the distance time graph what we can going to learn now. But before that I will just tell you some types of graph. So there are different types of graphs are there. Types of graph. So the first one is, we can say, the bar graph. Bar graph. And another one is line graph. Line graph. And one more is pie chart. Okay. These are the three different types of graph. So whenever we want these graphs, okay, when we represent the values graphically, it will be more interesting and it will be convenient to learn the parameters. So graphically now represent ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ values ಅನ್ನು now just graph ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ನಮಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು means the ups and downs, so everything we can understand, and the percentage wise we can understand. Okay. So for example, if the bar graph is there, and one example given in your textbook, that is runs and overs. Is a bar graph showing runs scored by a team in each over. So just by seeing this, so here along the x-axis over is there and along the y-axis runs are there. So ಈ one over ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎರಡು overs ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ರನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. So this all we can understand just by seeing this graph. Yes, it will be more interesting. So simply ನಾವು tabular column ಮಾಡಿ ಒಂದು ಓವರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ರನ್ ಆಗಿವೆ, ಎರಡು ಓವರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ರನ್ ಆಗಿದಾವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೊಡೋಕೆ ನಾನು. So when we plot it in the form of graph, so just we can understand easily. For one over, one run. For two overs, yes, 5 runs. And for 3 again, means the overs are always not in the increasing order or not, the runs are not in the decreasing order, not like that. So they may get any overs, they may get the number of runs, whatever they may get according to how they are playing, that is depending on the players, right? So when we draw like this, it means in the graph, when we represent that in graphically, So it will be more interesting and also we can understand very easily. So this is what the example what I gave is the bar graph, and line graph will be there. So will be here we represent by the lines. Okay, the line graph we can represent by the line. Okay, so line that may be straight line or sometimes that may be in the zigzag form. So according to the ups and downs. And the pie chart will be there. So here we can use the pie chart like this. So for example, if we want to show the composition of air, yes, you know that the air consists 78% nitrogen, 21% oxygen, 0.04% carbon dioxide and 0.06% other substances. Yes, so they are there in the atmosphere. So these are the composition of air. So now just simply by hearting, simply other than by hearting, if we remember this in the form of pie chart, or when to note down this all the values, or simply writing in the form of table, or simply writing like notes, if we draw a pie chart to show the composition of air, it will be more interesting, right? So likewise, how can we draw it? So this is what 78% nitrogen, right? So N2 is the molecular formula for nitrogen. So 78% nitrogen and 21% oxygen, and this will be somewhat bigger we can take, and this is 78%. Okay, and this one 21%, and then 0.04% carbon dioxide and 0.06% other substances. Okay, so this is what the composition of air, and to show the composition of air we use the pie chart, which makes the task convenient and easy to understand, right? So this is how we can use the graph. So there are different types of graphs are there. So one is bar graph, and another one is line graph, and another one is pie chart. So according to our convenience, we can use the different types of graphs. And even we can take your percentage also. Suppose if you want to show your academic performance according to the class wise. So now if we take the average percentage of each class, means average percentage means, for example, if you are in the 7th standard, right? So 7th standard, just imagine there are 4 divisions are there. Okay, so 7th standard 4 divisions are there. Just think. So this is what 7A, 7B, 7C, 7D. These are what the 4 divisions. So this is what I am showing the bar graph. Okay, this is origin, and here we can take the 10%, 20%. Likewise, I will write all the things. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. This is percentage and this is class. So if we want to compare the class wise performance, so ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲಾದರೂ ನಾವು ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನೀವು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಲರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ವೈಸ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಾರು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾರು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ, ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಟೀಮ್. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಚ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ 40 members. Okay, 7th A 40 members, 7th B 40 members. Likewise, each division is having 40 members. Think. So all the 40 members percentage will be average. So 40 members percentage. So for example, any x divided by 40. ನೀವು 40 members ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡಿದ percentage ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದೊಂದು x ನಂಬರ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So ಅದನ್ನ divided by 40 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗ್ತೈತಿ? The percentage will be, we can get, right? So likewise, so now just we can say if 7th A has scored, just it is what just imagine, just think. So just you can understand how to draw the bar graph. Okay. So 7th A, it has scored 90%. Okay. 7th B, if it scored 80%. And 7th C scored 95. Okay. 7th D scores somewhat 70. Okay. So if the scores are like this, then how to draw the bar graph? To understand or to make your somewhat interesting, to make the work somewhat interesting. So now 7th A, how much it scores? Is 90%. So the bar graph will be shown like this. So 90%. A has done 70%. And 7th B, how much it scores? 80%. So 80. Here it is 80. Yes, 7th B score 80%. Right? And 7th C score 95%. So 95 means it will be in between 190 here. Okay? In between 190. So here we can mark like this. Okay? And 7th D scores 70%. Yes, 70 is there here. 70%. And to make it more interesting graph, you can shade this. Okay? You can shade with any colors. Okay? Like that you can do. So by doing this, we can easily understand what are the scores of the team. Okay? So each class score now we will understand by this bar graphs. So this is how we can draw the bar graphs. Yes? Is it clear? Right. So these are the types of graphs: bar graph, line graph and pie chart. And now I will give you some examples, and also we can learn how to measure, how to draw the distance time graph. So one tabular column is given in your textbook. So according to that we can draw. And before going to draw the distance time graph, usually we can show this with the line graph. So now I will tell you some rules how to draw the graph. Okay. So the rules to be followed are like this. So you might have seen the graph paper. So the graph means you always have to draw in the graph sheets. So it is given in your textbook also, you can see, and even you have saw this. This is what? The graph paper, right? Here. This is graph paper. So always when we want to draw the graph, so we have to draw on the graph paper. And now see, to draw this graph, we have some rules. So firstly, if the given graph is of 25 into 25 centimeter, okay. So the graph sheet will be there like this, 25 into 25. So you have to make two columns. Sorry, you have to make 4 parts here. Okay, 4 equal parts. And horizontal line you just mark as X, O, X dash. Yes. And vertical line you mark as Y, O, Y dash. Okay. This is first thing. So the horizontal line, this will be marked as X, O, X dash. And horizontal line is marked as Y, O, Y dash. And this axis, the X, O, X dash, this we call as X axis. Okay. The horizontal line, which one we mentioned as, which one we marked as X, O, X dash, is x o x dash ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ horizontal line ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ and ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ x axis ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ and y o y dash vertically ಏನು ಮಾಡಿವಿ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ y axis ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. And you know that you learned in mathematics there are negative integers also there and positive also there numbers. Yes, negative, if they have negative sign they are the negative numbers, and if they are having positive sign means we are not usually mention this positive sign, so they will be the positive numbers. So this is what the O, it is the origin. Okay, it is the center and it is called origin. So numbers are start from this origin, right? And here along the along the OX axis, so in the x axis along the OS we will denote the positive numbers. Positive numbers now denote ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ along the OX axis ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ denote ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, the positive numbers. And if there are negative numbers then we can denote it with along OX dash. OX through ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, OH dash through ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾದ್ರು 1 2 3 means positive numbers ಅವಿದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ along the OX. And suppose if it is -1 -2 -3 that will be along the OX dash. So this is how we mention the numbers. And here also in the y axis also we mention the same thing. So here if the positive numbers are there we mention along the OY, and if there are negative we mention along OY dash. So positive numbers 1 2 3 ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ OY through mention ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. And suppose if it is -1 -2 -3 likewise if it is in the minus, the values are in minus, then we can mention along OY dash. So this is how first thing we have to mention the numbers. Yes, this is x axis and this is y axis, and the positive numbers are mentioned along OX and negative are mentioned along OX dash, and the positive numbers in the y axis they are mentioned along OY, and the negative numbers or negative values will be mentioned along OY dash. And in your class we are going to discuss only positive numbers, so you just concentrate only on this part. Okay, we are now discussing only about positive numbers. So here the negative numbers will be there. So if we take this half, here positive numbers are there, here negative numbers are there. So now since we want to discuss only the positive numbers, this three parts we don't want, we can discuss only this, because here also positive are there, here also positive values are there. So in your class we can discuss only about this, and remaining we will discuss in the higher sections. Okay, and see, this is one rule, and then a table is given to you, the motion of a car. Yes, so for this how to plot the graph. Okay, so the values I will give, and with the rules I will explain how to plot the graph. So open page number 152, 13.6. The table number 13.6 it is given. So just observe it. The motion of a car. The motion of a car. So here a tabular column is given. Yes. So first one, serial number. Okay, this is what the serial number. And second one is time in minute. Time it is given in minute. And the third one, distance in kilometer. Okay, so So this is given in your textbook. So here we have to calculate the distance time graph, right? So the first value what they are given here. So totally there are 6 readings are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 readings are given here. And the first one, tan is 0, means initially it will be 0, means in the stationary. Car start initially at 0 minute, the distance covered will be 0. Vehicle place so our distance at to 0 cover agiti. And second one, for 1 minute 1 kilometer, and in the second minute 2 kilometer, and in the third minute 3 kilometer, fourth minute 4 kilometer, fifth minute 5 kilometers. Yes, this is what the distance covered by the vehicle, right? So when it is initially, when it is 0 minute, so that time 0 distance, so the car will be in the stationary position, means it is in the rest. And then after the traveling, when it start traveling, so in the first minute it has covered 1 kilometer, in second minute it has covered 2 kilometers, in third minute it has covered 3 kilometers, in fourth minute it has covered 4 kilometers, and in the fifth minute it has covered 5 kilometers. So these are the readings given, and we have to plot a distance time graph for this tabular column. Then how to plot a graph? So now first we can draw the x and y axis. So now we are discussing only about the positive values. So only one portion I will take here. So this is what? Y axis. This is y axis and this is x axis. Yes, you can use scale when you draw in your notebook or in your graph paper. Okay, this is what? The x axis and this is y axis. Okay. And see, we have to take distance along y axis. Yes, distance. So the distance is given in kilometers. So the distance we can take along y axis, and the time we can take along x axis. Time in minute, and you have to write this. Okay, this is very important. So distance we have to take along, and this is origin O. Okay, this is the origin. So distance we have taken along OY is along the y axis, and time we have taken along x axis. Okay, and next the second step. So we have to take the scales. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸ್ಕೇಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿರ್ತವ್ರಿ, ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ಹಿಯರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಸಿ ದಿಸ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಡಿವಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದೇರ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ಹೌ ದ measurements, how the values are there in your scale. So likewise here also values are there, 1 centimeter, 2 centimeter, means boxes we can see here. So there we have to take the scale. So according to our convenience, because see, when we say this is 1 kilometer distance is covered, our graph paper will not be 1 kilometer length. Yes, is it possible to get 1 kilometer lengthy graph? Nam graph is 25 to 25 irbodu, or more than that or less than that. So long sheets ನಾವು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಏನು ನಮ್ಮ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ತನ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ತನ ಇದ್ರೆ ಈ ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಹಾಕೋ ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಎಸ್, ಸೊ we have to take the scale according to our convenient. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತವೆ 1 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ದು ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್. So to plot the graph, we have to take the scale. So now along the y axis, so scale have to take, and this is compulsory. Whatever the parameters we have to take here. So what the distance we have to take along the y-axis and the time we have to take along the x-axis. Mentioning this is compulsory, because only if you write the values, how can we think what is the distance here and what is the time, right? So that we have to mention this. Along y-axis what we have taken, that we have to write here along the y-axis, and along x-axis what parameter we have taken, that also you have to write here. And then you have to write the scale, because the one who wants to see your graph, they have to understand. So 1 centimeter equal to how much kilometers or how much time we have taken, right? So now the scale. So first we can write x-axis. So x-axis we can take 1 centimeter equal to 1 minute. Okay. Now x-axis again in 1 centimeter division into. Yes. So x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 minute and time. And y is distance. Yes, along the y-axis we have taken the distance, and here along y-axis. So now we can write 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer. Right? This is what the scale what we have taken. So now yes, so x-axis equal to 1 centimeter equal to 1 minute, and along the y-axis we have taken 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer, right? And now see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Time also given and distance also given, and according to the scale we can write now. Yes. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. Like this divisions will be there. So now we can write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So only 5 readings are given in your textbook. So now we can write 5. And here along the distance axis, means the y-axis. So we have taken y-axis 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer. So again here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on you can mention. But here only we have 5. 5 is enough. Right. So now see, to measure the time, distance time graph. Okay. Now we can start to draw the graph. So in 0 meter, how much distance it has covered? Yes. In 0 time, in 0 minute, how much distance it has covered? Yes, it is 0 kilometer. So now mark the point here. Point mark ಮಾಡಬೇಕು first. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು? ಅದರ through ನಾವು line ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. And in 1 minute, okay, how much distance it has covered? 1 kilometer. So here in 1 minute, it has covered 1 kilometer. So point here. Yes. And in the second minute, it has covered 2 kilometers. Yes. Here it is the 2 kilometer. Yes. You can draw you can intersect also. So here 2 kilometers in second minute. So you will get accurate when you will use the scales. Yes, 2 kilometers. And in the third minute, it has covered 3 kilometers. Yes. So mark the point here again. Yes. And the fourth minute, it has covered 4 kilometers. And intercept here also you can draw the intersects. Okay. And you can point here also. And in the fifth minute, again it has covered 5 kilometers. Yes. So mark the line here. And later when we mark all this, get a straight line. Because see, why we get the straight line here? So it has covered 1 kilometer in each minute. 1 ನಿಮಿಷಕ್ಕೆ 1 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಅಷ್ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. It means that it is uniform motion. ಇದೇನಿದು uniform motion ಇದೆ, right? Because the distance covered by in a unit time is same. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ನಿಮಿಷ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೈತಿ 1 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಕವರ್ ಆಗೈತಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ 2 ನಿಮಿಷದೊಳಗೆ 2 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಕವರ್ ಆಗೈತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೂ 1 ನಿಮಿಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ 2 ನಿಮಿಷದೊಳಗೆ 1 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಕವರ್ ಆದಂಗೆ ಆಯ್ತದೆ, right? Just you can subtract here. 2 minus 1 equal to 1, right? So here 2 minus 1 equal to 1, 3 minus 2 equal to 1, yes, and 4 minus 1 equal to 1, and 5 minus 1 equal to 1. It means it has covered the same, and here also 1 minus 0 equal to 1, right? So in each minute it has covered 1 kilometer distance. It means we can say uniform motion, because we know uniform motion means if it covers the equal distance in equal intervals of time, right? So that we call as the uniform motion. So here the speed do not change, speed will be same, so that it is what we can call as uniform motion, and only we can intersect only when it is the uniform motion, right? So this is how we should plot the graph, okay? And then you can also mention here, so here it is in 1 minute it has covered 1 kilometer. In second minute it has covered 2 kilometers, right? So likewise you can write for all, and in the same way we can plot the distance time graph. So to draw this, first we have to take the distance and time along the y and x axis, and then we have to take the scale, so according to our convenience. So 1 kilometer, suppose if it is more than 1 kilometer, then you can also take 1 centimeter is equal to 10 kilometer also. For example, if it is given 80 kilometers, in one graph ಅಲ್ಲಿ 80 kilometers ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುತ್ತದೆ distance. So if ಇಲ್ಲೇನೋ 1 kilometer distance ಐತಿ, so we have taken 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer. Suppose if it travels around 80 kilometer, yes, ಈಗ ನಾವೇನಾದರೂ ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಇದ್ದು ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ, ಸಪೋಸ್ ಅದು 1 ಅವರ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಅವರ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡು, ಸೊ 1 ಅವರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 80 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ 100 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವೀಗ 1 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು 1 ಕಿಲೋಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, we have to draw 80 lines like this, yes, but our graph sheet it is not having that much values. Now 1 centimeter equal to 1 kilometer ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಸೇಮ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ 80 numbers 80 values ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, because the graph will be shorter than this. So in such cases we have to take 1 centimeter equal to 10 kilometer. Then we can able to write only 8 digits, only 8 centimeters it requires, and it is convenient to draw. So likewise, according to the convenience we have to take the value. So now again here also along the x axis, time when we have taken 1 centimeter equal to 1 minute we have taken here. Suppose if it is in hours, then 1 hour is having 60 minutes. So again this will be very difficult, and here one graph if we mention in kilometers and one if in meters, it will be not convenient. So that according to our convenience we have to take. So in some graphs we can take 1 centimeter equal to 1 hour also. So likewise, according to the values what are provided, we have to change the scale. So according to our convenience, and whatever the scale you have taken according to your convenience, that you have to mention at the corner of this graph, or in your graph paper some the lines will be given for writing the scale. Here it will be given x axis can contact me. If you have any doubts in drawing these graphs and all, if you have any doubts, you can contact me and clarify doubts. And one more thing, whenever you want to draw the graphs, you have to write in the graph sheets. Graph sheets will be available. So in that graph sheets, you have to draw the graph. And so with this, I will conclude my today's class. So if you have any doubts, you can contact me and clarify doubts. Thank you. Have a nice day.